Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we will be studying two type of circulatory pattern in animal kingdom, that is open and closed. Now see carefully, open circulatory system is the one in which the blood will be poured by the heart into the cavity, but in the closed it will be passing through the blood vessels. Now see, open system, you can imagine, it is not confined within the blood vessels. It is ultimately poured into the open cavity, and every organ can be directly in contact with the blood, seen generally in Arthropoda and Mollusca. But in closed circulatory system, it remains inside the network of blood vessels, and exchange will occur through the capillaries, seen in Annelida and Chordata. Example of open circulatory system right now we discuss is a Arthropoda and Mollusca. So it is example of Arthropoda like cockroach, prawn, insects. Here what will happen? Heart will pump the blood into the large vessels, and vessels will open into the large cavity that is known as sinuses. Cavity are known as sinuses, and here in the cavity the blood is present, that is known as hemolymph. That is why the cavity is also known as hemocoel. And exchange means the blood is which is known as hemolymph. Blood will wash directly over the internal organs to exchange the nutrient before returning to the heart. So it means blood is not confined to the pipes, means no blood vessel. The organs are directly in touch with the blood, and blood is known as hemolymph, and the cavity where the liquid will be present, that is known as sinuses. Now, in the open circulatory system, heart will pump the blood into the large vessels, and it will be pouring into the sinuses, that is known as hemocoel, touching the organs, and finally it will be returned to the heart by the openings. You can imagine this way. This is the way the large vessels are pouring the blood into the hemocoel. Just for imagination, this diagram, so that you can learn properly what is open circulatory system means. The blood is not confined only to the vessels, network of vessels. Large vessels from the heart which are coming, they are pouring into the sinuses known as hemocoel. Now, closed circulatory system. Blood will be present in the network of the blood vessels. It will never be in the body cavity. Example, Annelida and Chordata. Clear? And it is important for the gaseous exchange, for the nutrient exchange, and obviously it is efficiency will be very high because of the high pressure. So this is the one how the blood will be flowing through the network of the vessels. Arteries will give it to the capillaries where the exchange will occur, and finally the deoxygenated blood will be returned through the vein to the heart. And exchange will occur at the capillary level. You can see here oxygen and nutrient will be given to the cell, and carbon dioxide and waste is carried by the blood, and finally given to the venule system so that it can be carried away by the veins. So advantage of the closed circulatory system is that blood can reach to the every organ according to their need. Then pressure is maintained, faster transport because and it's very high efficient, and flow of fluid can be regulated. You can regulate it. So these are the few advantage of the closed circulatory system. Now, if you go with the evolutionary, if you see the organisms which are having very slow metabolic rate, they are able to maintain with the open circulatory system. But slowly, what will happen when the metabolic rate is increasing? Then they want high efficiency delivery system. And in case of this, they have developed the closed circulatory system, because closed circulatory system is responsible for high efficiency delivery according to the requirement, because they are having high metabolic rate. They enable faster transports of nutrients, and they will be maintaining the sufficient blood pressure which is required. So if you see carefully, open system, they will, in this case the blood will leave the vessels, it will enter into the sinuses, flow regulation is very slow, and efficiency is also very less. In the closed, it will be stayed in the vessels, there will be no sinuses, vascular control will be there, and it is highly efficient. So learning tips is ki M is open, M open, AM you can learn this way, AM open. Arthropoda, mollusca are having open, and AC, when the AC is on, you can say we have to close the room. AC close. Annelida and Chordata are having closed circulatory system. So if you see this question, if the question is given, which of the following animal is having closed circulatory system, You have to remember answer will be Annelida and Chordata. So this is the 1/4 answer. Cockroach is Arthropoda, prawn is also Arthropoda, snail is Mollusca. So apply this rule AC closed. When the AC is on, obviously in your house, the AC is on, so you have to close the room. So AC means Annelida and Chordata, so they are having closed circulatory system. So I hope so this short video in which I try to explain you advantage of the closed circulatory system over open, it might be helpful.